Hi everyone, my name is Heather and I'm the person behind Happy Puppy Truffles. Today I wanted to share with you guys a little discussion about what it's like to have a kid in school in Japan when it's the holidays. I've kind of mentioned a little bit about like what Christmas and New Year's is like. Well, New Year's will be coming up later, but Christmas is like at least here. And I thought I'd kind of let you guys know what winter break is like in Japan. I have two daughters. The eldest is in middle school and our youngest is in second grade. And the traditional kind of thing to do for vacation time here is to usually have about 2 weeks, usually starting almost exactly on Christmas and then taking you well into January. So it's sort of like a very similar calendar as what we have in the States, but off by about a week. So New Year's is very important here. So having more time to celebrate and to go to grandparents' house far away and things like that, they really built that time into it. A lot of businesses are closed through the 3rd at least, if not longer. So, stores where you go to shop and stuff are usually open on the 1st for the new sales of the new year. But for the most part, everybody kind of takes a pretty good break for New Year's. So, and the way the calendar worked out this year is that in early January, you have Adult Day, and that just happened to be basically the first Monday when they thought kids would be going back to school. So this year, the break is a little longer than it normally is. So we start our vacation on from the 23rd, which is the Emperor's birthday of December, and then Friday is that day is off, and then all the way into the Christmas, New Year's, and then all the way until Adult Day. So you have quite a long time to do stuff. And the idea is that if you want to go home to visit a grandparent somewhere, you have time to do that. Now, during the vacation time, it happens that this break is right when we are done with a term in the school year, if you will. Unlike the States where we are broken up into semesters, the Japanese elementary school system is broken up into trimesters. So the first trimester starts in April and then finishes right before summer vacation. And then the next term starts when we go back to school after summer vacation until now. And then we'll start the last trimester in January until the end of March or middle of March. So it happens to land on a really good stopping point, which is really nice. I know in the States it's so silly how we stop and we have this huge long break, and then it's like 2 weeks later you get back and you're like, finals. That's a really dumb way to have a schedule. I don't understand why it's never changed in all the years that have existed, why they haven't bothered to change that. But that's kind of how it is. In Japan, it's nice, you're done. But you'd think you're done and you're not. They give you a ton of homework always. They do this for the summer too. Even though kids have, 6 weeks of vacation, they're given a ton of homework to do. The idea is that they should have at least 2 worksheets to do every day for most elementary school. And as you get a little older, it might get increased. But my daughter, who's in second grade, she'll be getting enough homework so that she should be doing 2 worksheets every day. Also practicing an entire page in her notebook of kanji that she has to learn. And occasionally writing like a diary to kind of talk about what her vacation is like. So that's a lot of homework. Yeah. I mean, kids aren't doing anything all day long. We don't care. It's not a big deal to give it to them. But that can be really hard, especially, we're very lucky because we work from our home, and so I can keep an eye on my kids and kind of keep them doing things like they need to be doing. But if you, have to be working, it can be really hard to have the children home so long and to also be able to stay on top of stuff like a big homework assignment that you'd have for vacation. Now in elementary school, they never really do any like big projects or research projects like, you might be familiar with in the States where during winter vacation, there's some big project due when you get back. That always can be something that's kind of there. Probably in general, they don't do those kinds of homework assignments very much here because it's only about tests. So, but you do get to have the break, and they send out these nice little like flyers that tell you all the things that your kids shouldn't do during vacation. Don't play with fire, and I get a kick out of those. I know they're true, but it just seems kind of funny to hear them written down on paper. Be home before sunset. Don't play with fire. If you get invited to a friend's house, don't stay for dinner because that's considered an unnecessary stress on the person who you're staying at, and so the school actually tells you that you're not supposed to do that. You're also not supposed to have sleepovers, yeah, which is really, I know it's totally strange. There's that whole feel of that it's an unnecessary pressure to the place you're staying at, and it's also unfair to all the other kids because no children should have, you know, more connection than other kids. That shouldn't be allowed. So that doesn't mean people still don't do it, but the fact that the school takes the time to tell you in a letter is pretty funny. So, but yeah, that's kind of one of the things we get to look forward to here, living in Japan and raising kids. So if you happen to have a chance to live here for a while and to send your kids to school here, I would recommend it, especially if your kids are in elementary school age, and you are here, whether it be for business or for military. I know everybody always stays in their little place where they're safe and everything, but it's so fun to get a chance, and kids' brains are amazing. They can adapt so quickly, and you know, it's a pretty, both of my girls started school after having been in a very English environment. My oldest daughter, we had just been living in Washington, D.C. for almost 2 years, and we came back here and she started school. And then my youngest daughter, we just always spoke English at home, and so she started kindergarten just mostly knowing English as well, and they both did just fine. So yeah, I think they're always up to the challenge, so if you can get a chance to let them do that, it's really cool. Elementary school in Japan is awesome, so definitely something I'd recommend. Middle school, not so much. High school, definitely no, but elementary school is very cool. So if you can get a chance to have your kids be able to enjoy that, if they're here long enough, it can be a lot of fun. So, but yeah, I thought I'd give you guys a little idea of what winter vacation is like in Japan for a kid. And I'll have some more fun things to share with you guys in the days to come. Thanks again always so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye.